try very clear. Good evening, everybody. Well, I believe you guys heard the topic that was mentioned. So when life changed the music, you learn a new dance. But it's ironic that I choose that topic given that I can dance. Oh well, you don't have anything to say about it. You have to dance because I've not danced in front of you before. Going into this story, I'd like to take you back 17 years ago. Just over 17 years ago, I lost my dad. That was the second year of my high school. And I'm his first child. I'm the first son, in fact, the only son, with 4 sisters. So my dad, I believe he cherished me in a way. He's always very protective. You know, he guides me. One experience that sits with me is the fact that we do have a farm. You know, I follow him to farm the weekends, but he never lets me do anything in the farm. You know, I don't want you to grow up in the head. He too didn't know that he's not going to be around for long. So by the time he died, that was the first music that life played onto me. And I have to learn how to adapt to it. I told you that I have 4 siblings. That means I have to assume father-in-law as of 17 years ago. I don't know if you can assume how old I am. So you can see how it is, and then I believe that experience, one of the experiences that has shaped me mostly to this point in my life. And it has taught me leadership, taught me to take responsibility, taught me to learn how to serve, and also taught me to accept that in this life, anything can happen to you. But just make sure that whatever happens to you, don't end up being defeated. But I believe that's not an interesting story that you probably expect from me. I will take it 4 years later. In the final year of my high school, that was 13 years ago. Let me be taking you through time. Because our word of the day is what? Self-eternal. What happened during my final year of my high school? If you are from West Africa, you know that we have this examination called West Africa Examination Council. You know, in my school, I want to assume maybe they thought I was the most brilliant student, I was the head boy. But then, when White saw me, they decided to play a new tune for me and the rest of the students in my school. By the time my results were released, I'm not sure anybody passed English and mathematics in WAEC. In my school, we have 47 students. But given that life gives you, some chances, we had an opportunity to do NECO. And even though I have a very interesting story about that NECO, which does not relate to this topic, but I will say it either ways. The final day of the examination, of the NECO examination in Nigeria, I had a dream that I had 8 A1s and 1 B2. As I told you already, it was a dream. But then what happened? I assumed that I've done very well. Everything is going to go well. I was so confident that I even dreamt about it immediately I finished the exam. But guess what? They have another thing in store. By the time they released our WAEC results, when I saw the results, English D7, Math E8. How do you defend that? So it's something that hits me a lot, and one thing that, as a Christian that I am, is one way I cope when issues of life happens. When life decides to change the music for you, one thing that I do is that I consult God. That was the second time I had a full 3-day fasting and prayer. Because WAEC already showed me I'm not that special. I don't want people to do the same. And by the time it came, I saw 8 C4s and 1 C5 in the course that I dreamed of having B2. So it's something about life-changing things for you. It's something that I've experienced a lot of times. But there's one thing I want you to know about it is that Whenever you have this kind of experiences, don't be beaten, don't be defeated. There's always something out of it. And also, I will take you just a little bit more. 2 years later, I got admitted into uni. And by the time I graduated as a computer scientist, I couldn't find a job as a computer scientist. I dived into as a computer scientist. That's another thing that life played onto me. What did I do with it? I embraced it. I learned from it. And 5 years later, I'm back into Techy. So, as I'm ending my story at this point in time, one thing I want you to know is that whenever life plays a new music, a new beat, maybe you want to listen to the video music and you get there, you start hearing praise and worship. You should know that there is something that life has for you in all those experiences. And if you refuse to dance, it will be your loss. So as we are graduating, class of 2026, you are moving into a journey where we want you to keep dancing, to continue dancing, and don't stop dancing if you want your story to become self-eternal. Thank you.